Hi there. Today's tip has to do with personal development. It's the number one non-negotiable task, not only in my business, but in my life. Personal development is what really got me onto the path of learning and growing and releasing those habits that no longer served me. So this is oftentimes the number one thing to get cut when people are busy or chaotic or stressed, but it's the one thing you have to make time for. So like we talked about yesterday on the Team Inspire business tracker, do it first thing in the morning. And I also find that when you wake up and you invest in yourself first thing before jumping out of bed and investing in those around you and setting your intention for the day, you are far more likely to have a much better productive day. So I used to put off my reading. Sometimes I go through periods where I'm not a big reader and I like my personal development to be audio. So it would take me months to read a book, and that's not the goal either. So every morning I wake up and I meditate, and then the first thing I do is sit down and I read a minimum of 10 pages in whatever book that I'm reading to make sure that I'm getting that in and I'm consistent with it and I'm moving through books regularly. I also do audio when I have time throughout the day, podcasts or YouTube videos or watching other coaches, things like that. But it's definitely a non-negotiable. And I know a lot of people think like, oh, it can't make a big deal, 10 pages or 15 minutes, and it can really make a huge deal and will make a big difference in your life. The other thing I like to say about personal development is, yes, it's good to be developing business-wise, but if you're not making your personal development really personal as well, then you're not going to be moving forward. It's great to read Jim Rohn books or John C. Maxwell and listen to all kinds of stuff, Eric Worre or whatever on online, and that's all great. But if you're not really jumping in and growing as a person as well, then you're going to be spinning your wheels. So I usually recommend having a little business personal development going, and like what you're doing now, being in this inspiration and accountability group, and also having some personal development going. Now, if you don't know where to start, I have a little exercise called the Perfect 10 exercise that I introduced in the Mind, Body, and Soul group. Sit down and write a list of 10 things you're desperately wanting in your life, or even behaviors you want to let go of. You pick which angle that you kind of want to approach it to. And then you look at that list and narrow it down to 2 or 3 things that you are the farthest thing away from. So on your list of 10 things you want most in your life, 10 feelings, 10 emotions, 10 areas you want to improve in, pick the ones you're farthest away from and then find some materials to develop in that area. If you're looking for a good book to get started, I love this book. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. You guys, this book is awesome. And when I first read that book, I really connected to it. It's a lot of the principles I use to make up my Mind, Body, and Soul group. So this is just an overall awesome book in general. So definitely every day, use your business tracker. Like yesterday, it's on there. Your personal development is on there. So do that before you do anything else. All right, guys, that's your tip of the day. See you tomorrow.